Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UG Capital Venture. I'm CJ, a software engineer who managed to become a self-made millionaire through hard work, dedication, and investment strategy. I have roughly a $500,000 crypto portfolio, which is doing quite well right now, and I'm going to show you that in a second. And my value proposition to you all is that I'm going to be showing you all my trades, all of my transactions on my path to growing this into a multi-million-dollar portfolio. My goal is that you can apply my lessons learned to your portfolio so that you can actually do better than me. All right. With that being said, if you're interested in that journey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to get more videos, and hit the notification so that you don't miss out. I have to say before we start, WhatsApp, I don't have a WhatsApp, okay? People are actually falling for the WhatsApp scams. I can't do anything about it. Please ignore the WhatsApp scams in the comments, okay? I do my best to go through every comment and delete those, but please ignore those. Now, let's move forward. Are we in a bear market? Are we in a bull market? Are we in a bullish bear or a bearish bull? No one really knows, okay? But one thing I know for sure is that there's major activity happening on chain on a lot of chains, and there's a lot of price action actually happening, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of trading opportunities and a lot of long-term investment opportunities considering the low prices, okay? So I want to jump right in and kind of show you guys what I've been doing, show you guys some of the profits and moves that I've been making. Really, I have paper profits because I'm a long-term investor. Haven't traded out of all these things, all right? So let's kind of walk through it, okay? So first thing I want to show you is I want to show you Chainlink, all right? So if you look at Chainlink, it's at $25 right now, but what you see is like green. And you see straight green for the last 14 days, 30 days, year, right? It's looking kind of bullish, okay? And Chainlink looks like it's preparing for something big. I invested in Chainlink because there was a pullback, and I'm a long-term believer in Chainlink, so I bought it, all right? But I'm seeing this major pumpage here, or what seems to be the setup for some major pumpage. Now, if you look, we were buying Chainlink about 2 weeks ago, and we were averaged in at about $19. We're up about 25% in that time, which you can see here. So if you look at my balance here right now on Chainlink, it's going to be about $26,000. So we've made about $6,000 or $7,000, okay, in 2 weeks there, if we actually cash this out. So if I was a trader, I could go ahead and trade this out and be good to go, you know. But I'm going to hold it because I'm a believer in Chainlink long term. I'm not trying to cash out, okay. Now, also notice that I have $58,000 here just sitting there in US dollar. I told you guys why I got stopped out of my BTC and Ethereum, but I'm going to actually deploy that cash really soon as I see the fear and greed get extremely red. I hope it does. All right. So I have to be prepared for every scenario. Not financial advice, but that's what I do. All right. So now let's go to Fantom. As you know, right now, or may not know, right? Fantom is green also. So if you look here, Fantom in the last 14 days is up 100%. All right. 101%. So that kind of contradicts the bear market that people claim that we're in. But then you can look other places and it does look like we're in a bear market. And this is a healthy market. When the bulls and the bears no one has an obvious win in the conversation or the argument, then it's actually healthy for the market. Okay, these are actually the best times in my opinion. Okay, so if you look here, we've been averaging into Fantom at about $1.42. Okay, right in this range here, around the 10th to the 12th of November, right when I was buying, December, when I was buying that Chainlink also. Okay, so averaging into that, as you can see, I averaged in about $12,000. Okay, and I'm up roughly 100+%, and that turned into $25,000. So I'm up about $12,000 to $13,000 in roughly 2.5 weeks on Fantom. Okay, I'm not trading out of my Fantom also, and some people might scream at me like, hey, why aren't you're up 100%, why won't you actually take profit? I'll actually show you exactly why I'm not taking profit. This is not financial advice, but it's going to be why I'm not doing it. If I get wrecked, you guys will see it. All right. So this is why I'm not taking profit. Okay, check this. This is the market cap per total value locked on every chain. Okay, so the lower this number, the better. All right, because that means that the total value locked is much larger than the market cap, and what I've noticed is the market cap tends to iterate up if the total value locked is higher than the market cap. All right, that's something I noticed. So about 2 months ago, I was on this website, and I noticed this with Terra Luna, that the market cap per total value locked was like 0.9. It was the lowest I'd really ever seen on the site. And 2 months later, Terra Luna was absolutely running. Okay, now I'm not saying that this is the best metric to go by, right? Chart analysis might be better, TA might be better, right? You know, but me personally, this has proven to be one of the best ways to know if something's gonna pump. All right, if you come and you look at the market cap per total value locked, and it's like really close to 1, it tends to actually be very bullish. Okay, so I'm looking here, and I was looking like last week, and this was much lower. Like we were seeing like a 0.9 on Fantom, right? And I'm like, man, this is just like the Terra Luna scenario. And what do you know? Fantom has been pumping since I've been looking at that. So what I've noticed is if I go here and I find anything near 1, you tend to notice that if you go to CoinGecko, it has green for the last couple of weeks, right? So that's kind of a nice indicator that I'm using to actually know. Maybe you can use this to trade, maybe not. Me personally, it's working out good for me right now, and I'm fully transparent. So I recently did a video regarding Charli, which is the native oracle in the Cardano ecosystem, okay? And I pretty much bought Charli on the ADAX centralized exchange, okay? And I first tested out ADAX by sending, as you can see here on my screen, I sent 100 ADA to the ADAX centralized exchange, and then I immediately withdrew 100 ADA. And that was to make sure that I won't lose my cash and make sure it worked. Worked perfectly. Good job to the ADAX team, because that worked perfectly for me. Now, what you can see then is I sent 1,000 ADA so that I can trade that for the equivalent amount of Charli, which is C3, the ticker symbol. Okay, so upon doing that, as you can see, I have a lot of transactions from C3 back to ADA, from ADA to C3, C3 to ADA. I decided to actually take advantage of this opportunity to day trade Charli. Okay, so I was day trading Charli for Charli for ADA, and back and forth and back and forth. Okay, as you all know, I'm not a trader, I'm a long-term investor, but I still managed to do quite well. Okay, so when I originally converted my 1,000 ADA to 1,700 in roughly 20 Charli C3. Okay, upon trading, I ended up with finally having, and you can see my trade history here. As I look through these, that's all my trade history. I ended with 2,910 C3. Okay, so in the process of day trading, and it was over like the course of 1 or 2, I'll give it 5 hours max. Okay, I made roughly $1,000. Okay, more like $900, and I made that in like 5 hours, which is not bad, right? That's pretty good. 1,000 ADA turned into roughly 750 more ADA. All right, so that's not bad. All right, so that's my day trading success for the last day. All right, so looking good there. Now, segueing from Charli to Cardano, which is the natural segue because it's native to Cardano, I've been noticing, right? If you cover, or if you pay attention to Cardano, you've heard all the FUD that's been happening for months now. And the sentiment just is changing, which I would expect, right? If you're really deep into the Cardano ecosystem, you know that we're on the roadmap, where we are right now in the development, and you're not really phased by the FUD, really. At least I'm not, right? But there was a lot of FUD in the last couple of months. Now I'm seeing the sentiment change. All of a sudden, I'm seeing pictures pop up and charts showing that Cardano is the top development, has the most development on GitHub in 2021, and surprisingly, also in 2020. And just all this good news is coming, and everyone knows about the DEXs that are coming, and everyone knows about the ecosystem thriving, right? Which is good. I expect this. Okay, I bring this point up just to let you know that it's not good to follow the hype and to follow the FUD. You just want to follow the fundamentals of what's really happening. Okay, no matter what token you're invested in, you're gonna hear FUD. Okay, Fantom's gonna get FUD, it's gonna go down, and then it's gonna get super hyped, it's gonna go up. Okay, and that's gonna happen all the way until mass adoption is complete. All right, and that's for every coin. Cardano's gonna be a ghost chain, and then it's gonna be the best chain ever, and it's gonna keep happening until we reach full mainstream adoption. Okay, Ethereum sucks with bad transactions, then Ethereum's the biggest, most awesome chain ever. That's the sentiment, the story, the narrative just changes. So I would not follow that. You'll end up getting wrecked, okay? Because the hype will make you want to buy it, and then the news will make you want to sell it, and you're gonna end up always losing money over and over and over. Okay, so notice this positive sentiment change or sentiment shift in Cardano, and just realize that if we've remained steady in understanding the fundamentals of a Cardano, then we'll really just be able to take advantage of what it's doing long term, okay, which is a lot of amazing things. As you can see right now, this is the chart for Cardano, which looks absolutely healthy. This is not a uncommon chart in crypto, okay. Coming back, testing key resistances, testing supports, okay, and then accumulation. And then these things tend to take back off, especially with the catalyst that we have in the Cardano ecosystem right now. There's so much positive stuff happening, and there's starting to be positive news backing it. Okay, so once retail money kind of gets in, it starts to really push this, and everyone wants to engage in the ecosystem. It's going to be a great time. Many trading opportunities. Many long-term investment opportunities. Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's what I believe. This isn't financial advice, but now you guys know everything that I've been doing. You've seen all the profits that I managed to get off of Charli so far just by day trading, and you see how well we're doing in the last two and a half weeks. Okay, so I promise to keep you all updated. Let me know what you're doing. Okay, how do you feel about Fantom? I'm curious. How do you feel about Cardano? I know a lot of people are scared of Cardano, and a lot of people love Cardano. Usually no in between. It's usually like either or. It's like no real neutral people on Cardano. Okay, so how do you feel about Fantom? I'm going to actually be staking my Fantom, and I might do some videos on that because I don't have my Fantom staked. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.